With the boom in e-commerce and a thriving online retail space, I wanted to take on creating a Poshmark of my own. And this was mostly inspired by my girlfriend, who actually runs a pretty successful Poshmark store, A Dash of Dressy. She recently just became a Posh ambassador and grew to 6,000 followers and has about 124 listings, of which she's sold, give or take, 35 items. So it's pretty inspirational to see that kind of growth on the short amount of time that she's been doing it. So with that being said, I don't really have an eye for clothing or necessarily a feel for this online space. So creating a Poshmark is kind of a big deal for me. So of course you start just like anybody else. This is a very easy sign up process. I actually originally signed up with the Facebook, then decided not to do that because I didn't want things linked. So what I did is I created a special email address for a Poshmark account so I can use that later to put on business cards in the packages that I send out to resolve customer problems through that email address. And basically I didn't want anything linked, so I decided to go that route, but you can decide to go whichever route you choose. And you just walks you through the steps, plain and simple. If you've created any account before, you can definitely do this. So after brainstorming what I wanted to do with my Poshmark, I came up with the name Immortal Threads, and this is the Poshmark I created because I wanted to look out for that vintage style retro clothing. I've always found that to be something that's appealing, and since I don't have an eye for fashion, I thought this is maybe something that I could pick out easily while picking in thrift stores or at garage sales. I know I'll have some other items that don't necessarily fit this, but I think the name allows for a lot of different areas, so that's really what I wanted. As you can see, I do have some listings up. I actually posted 10 today. There's only, 10 showing up here. I found the picture process to actually be very time consuming, especially because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and frankly didn't really know what I was doing. I try not to research the process too much because I want this to be kind of a raw experience so you guys can follow along. But as you can see, I have some listings here like these windbreakers that definitely fit the vintage style. Now, I found this one kind of funny because the brand is actually Windbreaker and it's got that awesome logo on the back as well as this big kangaroo pocket in the front. I was really guessing on pricing. There's not really much rhyme or reason to it, but I kind of put what I would pay for these things if I was buying and thought that was a good starting point. So in tandem with the Poshmark account, I did think it would be a good idea to establish an Instagram page of some sort. So I haven't posted any content on it yet, but I'm guessing as the videos start to, have more of those, I'll announce those on this page as well as when I post large quantities of inventory or if I want to highlight something that's going on my Poshmark. But again, 2 followers, so it's a starting point. And as you'll probably notice if you're watching this video, I did create a YouTube channel. This is meant to document my experience with Poshmark and other entrepreneurial activities. So it's going to be very raw content. I'm not a master at video editing, but I definitely try to tell a story in a semi-entertaining way. So be sure to click the subscribe button below and follow along as I progress on my Poshmark journey. The next video will be focusing on the supplies that I pick up, and then from there I'll talk about my inventory as well as how I plan on keep tracking that and as well as my expenses. So I hope to see you in the next video, but for now, go check out the store, tell me what you think, and post any suggestions that you have in the comment section below.